Good morning to my dear students. I welcome you all to the lecture session number 5 of module 1. Last class, we discussed about discussion on management is an art or a science, is a management a profession. So we were having a discussion on these topics in the last class. So today we will be starting a completely new concept. Uh, that is what we call it as planning. So today's topic is planning. We'll be discussing about planning today, importance, meaning of planning. Planning is a process of thinking in advance. Thinking, it's a thinking process in advance. Okay, so what you will be doing tomorrow, if you think about that today, it's what we call it as planning. Okay, it's an what we call it as upcoming event forecasting. We will be calling it as, we will be preparing for that. So in a simple way, we can define that in a simple sense: whatever we decide in advance for doing any future events, it termed as planning. For example, if I would want to go to Delhi tomorrow, I will have to make a plan. Either I will be go by a bus or a train. Hence, it is clear that planning is done for doing future event, not past event. Okay, planning always will be doing for a future event, definitely not for a uh, event which got over, already got over. See, planning is an essential. It is very much essential. I insist every student to cultivate this habit of planning. Don't pass time in a random fashion. The next 24 hours, that is next entire day, you should have a minute to minute planning. So your time should be productively spent. Okay, so if you keep spending your time in a pre-planned manner, you will be definitely moving in a positive direction. So there should be a few things should happen in a routine fashion. Example: what time you will get up every day, what time you will be going to bed, what time you will be having your 3 meals of the day. All these things should be on a time base. It should be what we call time based regular events. All these things should be well planned. So entire 24 days, entire 24 next day, we call it as, you should plan today. Before going to bed, you should have a idea how you will be spending next 24 hours of your uh, you know uh, next 24 hours of yours. If I randomly ask any student, what's your plan for tomorrow? I'm sure that 90% of the students are blank. They don't know. They simply go home, they'll sleep, tomorrow they'll get up, they will come to college if they have classes. Many of them don't have any plan. Okay, please have some plan. Planning need not be done for a year ahead. You can plan for every day planning. You can do it every week planning. You can do it. So like that, you can keep planning. And I'm sure in the beginning days, in the beginning few years, you may end up with unsuccessful planning. Later, you will be learning based on the unforeseen activities, things may change, and most of the things may change, but still have the habit of planning. Anyway, this is let us give a technical definition to planning. According to managerial language, planning may be defined as a forward looking process which is adopted by an organization with view to bring certainty in the present events or activity, so that organization may have more confidence regarding the accuracy of the future event. Hence, it is clarify that planning is directly concerned with the forecasting of future events. So that's what I said in the earlier slide. that is in the previous slide, or while giving definition to the planning, it is forecasting the coming what we call events. In more precise definitions, what is a plan? Plan is a blueprint, a map, a design, a system for achieving an objective, an intention to do. What is planning? That is process of carrying out a plan. What is a strategy? Tactics, method, approach carefully devised to carry out a plan. What is a strategic? The logical tactics, method, approach carefully devised to carry out a plan. So these are few terminologies we'll be using often in this chapter. That is a word plan, then planning, strategy, and strategic. So these word we will be using often in this chapter. Anyway, I'll just come to these words, that is strategy and strategic, in the coming lecture session. So let us restrict ourselves to the word plan and a process planning. Okay, plan is it's a blueprint or a map or a design, a system for achieving an objective and intention to do. What is a planning? Planning is a process of carrying out a plan. Okay, so these two words let us restrict, and we will see what are these things in detail. Importance of planning. Next topic what we have is importance of planning. Why planning is important, we have to understand. Why planning is important? Because it increases the efficiency. How it increases the efficiency? Because you are going to forecast all possible things in the coming days, and you will be ready with solution to them. So definitely, whatever comes, already solutions will be ready. Things will happen fast because already planned. Okay, so definitely it increases the efficiency, the speed and swiftness of the system will be definitely, increased. Okay, that is what we have as the importance of planning. Always you will see that efficiency will increase if you have an efficient plan with you. Okay, reduces business related risk. The next point what we have here, it reduces the business related risk. If you are having a strong planning, you will be forecasting all possible things which can disturb the business, so you will be ready with the solution. So if such situation comes, you will be using that ready solution, and you will be come out of the difficulties or the problems. So always, if you are forecasting unhappenings and unforeseen event, if you could forecast in a better way, we call it as an efficient planning. If you could do it, all those uncertainties you will definitely you will be solving in a better way. So you will be always come out of the business related risk. You can reduce the business related risk. Okay, so all possible problems in advance, if you think and if you are ready with a solution, you are definitely reducing the business risk. Business related risk will be reduced. It facilitates the proper coordination. This importance we have to understand properly, that is facilitates the proper coordination. Planning, in the planning process, you are going to define the structure of the organization, as we have discussed. In the structure of the organization, we will be talking about manpower. So manpower, once if I talk about, then these manpower, you have to hire in such a way that there should be some coordination. In other words, I can say that activities are identified. In the planning stage itself, we will be identifying the different activities involved to achieve the goal. I repeat, different activities which is necessary to perform to achieve the goal is prescribed or is designed in the planning stage itself. Okay, so while defining the different activities, you know, we will be describing in such a way that the different activities will be in coordination. These activities will be in coordination because these activities together should should touch the goal, should reach the goal. So these activities should help each other. It should not pull each other, growth. So activities should be will be should activities should work in coordination. It should work in coordination. So if you are a good planner, you will be having activities designed in such a way that there should be a proper coordination. So definitely when you are executing your plan, you will see that you see that a coordination exists because activities are planned in coordination. So definitely when you are executing them, you will find a proper coordination. So it is going to facilitate the coordination. Okay, so you will be reaching the goal. uh, Fourth one, what we have here is aids in organizing. Okay, how it is going to help in organizing. See, planning is one which is going to give us the target. Planning is one which is going to identify different activities which has to be performed and how it has to be performed, where it has to be performed, when it has to be performed. So when all these things we have in the planning stage, in an organizing stage, what we will be doing, we are going to identify similar activities, we will be grouping them, we are going to form a department, and we are going to group different department which are doing similar work, and we will be calling it as head and central core. So like that, you are going to organize based on your planning outcome. The planning outcome or whatever planning stage will give you, based on that you will be performing organizing, or you will be performing this organization function or organizing function. Okay, so definitely planning is going to help the organizing function. If you are a very good planner, then organizing will be simpler. The planning will help, definitely help in the process of organizing. It gives a right direction. Planning gives a right direction. Definitely it will give the right direction because planning is going to bridge the starting point and ending point of the process. What is the ending point? Ending point is the goal. Starting point is where we will be starting the process. Starting point is the starting of the process, ending is the target or the goal. So planning is going to bridge, and planning is going to prescribe. In the planning process, it is going to prescribe the policies, to be followed, and procedures to be followed. So policies to be implemented and procedures to be followed will be prescribed in the planning stage, so which in turn going to guide, it is in turn going to direct the activities. Okay, it is in turn going to direct the activities to reach the goal. So all these things will be done in the planning stage itself. Keeps good control. Keeps good control. See, how planning helps in keeping a good control, because in the planning stage what we have is targets are defined. Targets are well defined in the planning stage. The goals are set, target has been defined. So how to reach the target, what are the different activities to be performed is planned. So once the activities are planned, all these activities should give some outcome. All the outcomes are measurable. See, all these are, once it is measurable, then every time it has to be measured, and it should be compared with the standard set point, and then necessary control action can be taken. Necessary control action can be initiated. So your planning stage is going to give uh, you know uh, keep up a good control, because in planning stage only we are going to have a set point, we are going to have some standard set point, and your activities should give some predefined outcomes. If it is not giving a predefined outcome which are all measurable, if it is not giving a predefined outcome, the necessary control action should be initiated. So definitely it is going to give a good control, it is going to keep a good control. So planning stage is going to help to keep a good control. Helps to achieve objectives. Helps to achieve objectives. The primary motto of planning is to achieve objectives or to achieve goals, because objectives we are going to draw out of the goals or a target, correct? Target or goals we will fix first, and to reach those things we will be designing our objectives, organizational objectives. So our planning process is how to reach these objectives. So these step-by-step procedures, what we write here in the planning stage to achieve the objectives. So definitely the planning process is going to help in achieving the objectives. So we'll be doing a majority job, that is conceptual job, the abstract level job we will be doing in the planning process. We will be, writing the methods to achieve the objectives or methods to reach the target, how targets can be achieved. All the procedures will be very clearly written in the planning stage. So it is definitely helps in achieving the objectives. Motivates the personnel. Very important. How planning motivate the personnel. See, how to achieve the target, that procedure will be written in the planning stage. Okay. How to achieve the target, that procedure will be written when organizing structure is complete, that is organization structure. Once it is complete, we will be hiring manpower there, and a manpower will get to know their targets. They will get to know targets because it is already defined in the planning process. So this is going to help them. What is the job of job of those manpower, or the staff whom they'll be hired? The job of them is just to look into the target, keep working towards target, how to achieve the target, which path they have to travel, which path they have to use or travel, or all these things will be prescribed in this planning process. They have to simply follow that path, so that itself act as a motivation to the personnel. Okay, whoever working in the structure or organization, they will be following these planning process. If they undergo this planning process, everything is given in that planning process. Target is given, starting point is given, starting point to ending point, how which path to be followed, how to move on, which way to go, everything is prescribed and given. It acts as a motivation to any personnel. They need not think, they should simply work according to the instructions or policies or the procedures which are written. Definitely, it acts as a motivation to the personnel. It encourages creativity and innovation. In few places, in a planning process, in few places, the fixed target is explained to an individual. How that target they will be achieving, full freedom is given to that particular individual. So these are all few sections where few highly competent manpower is incorporated, and these manpower skills will be trusted, and risk will be taken, and they will be given complete freedom to choose the path convenient to them, and which is very creative and innovative, their ideas are encouraged, and they will be enforced to achieve the target. Okay, so target will be set and target will be explained to that end element, and complete freedom will be given. They can come out with their innovative ideas and creativity so that they can reach the target, and the manpower is hired in such a way that they are most suitable to that particular activity to be carried out, and a risk taken, and it is freedom given to choose their creativity and full knowledge so that they can achieve the allocated target for them. So thus this planning is going to encourage creativity and innovation. It helps in decision making. See, definitely it is true, because since procedures and what we call procedures and what we call policies have been written, that is method to achieve goals is already written in a planning stage. Whoever works at different capacity in the organization, for them it is very easy to take up a decision. See for example, one is working as a head of the department. Okay, uh, under him there are 10 subordinates, say for example. Out of 10 subordinate, one comes and asks for a leave, 1 day leave. Okay, there will be a leave availing procedure already written in the planning procedure. What is the procedure? Every candidate is given 12 days leave. 12 days leave. About 12 days, if he wants to claim, it will be loss of payment. Loss of payment. That day salary will be deducted. That 1 day salary will be deducted if he or she is availing that 13th day. Only 12 is given casual leaves. 13th day, if they are seeking a leave, then it will be an LOP. This is what the procedure, if it is already written. As a head of the department, whoever is working, for them it is very simple. Whoever comes and asks for a leave, if it is a 13 day, it is a loss of pay. Even the candidate who is availing leave, who will be knowing, the head of the department, whoever is working at that managerial capacity, for them it is very easy to decide to approve or not. They will simply approve, because when a candidate is ready for the loss of pay, he will approve. See, the decision of sanctioning the leave found to be very easy. Decision making is very easy. I gave a very simple reason of decision taking, that is whether to give a leave, whether to sanction 1 day leave to the subordinate or not. Such a simple example I have taken. And as I explained, decision making found is very easy for any manager working, because procedures and policies are written very clearly. The policies and procedures are written in the planning stage. If it is very clear, decisions, whoever works at the capacity of manager, decision taking is very simple. So this is what we have, the advantage of planning or importance of planning. I have an activity for you all. See, so far you might have witnessed some activities at home. You might have witnessed your father organizing an event of your brother or yours birthday, or a sisters or cousin sisters marriage, or any other family outing you might have planned. See, what are the different different method adopted, what are the different stages of planning, what are the different steps of planning followed. You please write down. Let's have a discussion on that. It's very interesting. That is what we call it as steps of planning, which will be our next class topic. So such a a very interesting activity. I expect all of you to participate. Textbook, we will be following textbook 1, for entire module 1, module 2, module 3, first half, we will be following the same textbook 1. And even I have followed the same textbook 1. And if you have any questions, I am here to answer them. You can ask me or you can contact me if you have any doubt. Thank you.